The SEC has acknowledged an XRP ETF filing. Guys, there are rumors that the XRP ETF is coming soon, but how likely is this? Or is it more likely that we are going to see another ETF being approved first? Guys, let's dive into what needs to happen in order for one of these ETFs to get approved. But first, guys, I want to bring out a comment from BushTrout4099 because I believe this is a very beautiful comment and it has a lot of wisdom in it too, which I wanted to share with you. And what this person is saying is, I've heard of some experienced and successful traders say that after a while they develop an intuition for trading, which seems to go against how they also say not to be emotional. It is an interesting phenomenon, and I imagine it's one of the last levels of becoming an expert. Pretty cool, it's working for you. By the way, that was a nice call. When you warned us not to be surprised if we see XRP hit $2 again, I honestly didn't believe it would. Litecoin was another good call as well. You are becoming one of my favorite channels to watch. Well, first of all, thank you so much for these sweet words. I want to give a little bit reaction on this because the first thing that I read right here, I think this is really true, and I can see that with my own development, is that the intuition that is being developed after being a long trader, after being trading for maybe 7 to 8 years, that intuition is going to become the most important thing. You need the knowledge too. You need to be able to read and interpret the data, but that intuition is going to be so important. And I think this is also where traders can really go to the next level when they start to learn to grow and to trust their intuition. Because many people will have an intuition, but the intuition is not loud enough. They cannot listen to that intuition, or they are too scared or don't have enough self-confidence to listen to that intuition. And I believe that intuition is something different as emotions. Like for me personally, when I experience emotions, I can more easily say with emotions that I'm not going to react on it. But with an intuition, it's very difficult not to react on it because the message is and the guidance is basically so clear and it comes from the heart. So guys, intuition is very important. You should listen to it so it can grow, and your intuition should eventually be a guiding force through your life, and that also counts for trading. So let our intuition guide us on what is going to happen with the ETF, because it eventually is always trying to predict the future, and that's basically what we are doing. But yeah, let's have a look at the ETF. So guys, there are a lot of ETFs right now in the line at the SEC waiting to be approved. And we can see XRP is one of them, Dogecoin is one of them, Solana is one of them, and Litecoin is one of them. This is very interesting. And which one has the most potential to be approved the earliest? Well, in my opinion, that's going to be Litecoin, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why. But let's have a look at this article. And this article also says one altcoin has a 90% chance of getting approved. And let's have a look what stands here. Senior Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas on Monday stated that Litecoin has the highest ETF approval odds at 90%. Dogecoin follows with 75%. Solana stands at 70%. And XRP ETF has a 60% chance of being approved, according to Balchunas. James Seyfarth added that the SEC stance has shifted, making XRP and Dogecoin filings likely to be acknowledged this week. Well, they are already acknowledged. At least the XRP is acknowledged now. The SEC, with Commissioner Pierce Crypto Task Force, will work to clarify security versus commodities classifications by the end of 2025. And guys, this is where it becomes interesting, because Litecoin is for sure not a security, because it is treated almost exactly the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin ETF is already approved, and Litecoin is, I believe, the second one right now in the waiting line to be approved. So there will be, so first of all, if you look at the waiting line of of ETFs that are waiting to be approved. Litecoin is at the top of the list, but also Litecoin doesn't have this complexity or the discussion basically whether it is a security or not. And I believe eventually, guys, I believe it will all be they will all be confirmed, they will all be approved. XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, they eventually will all be approved. However, there will still be a little bit of a discussion part with, for example, the XRP ETF than with a Litecoin ETF. A Litecoin ETF right now can be approved, and it is already done before because Bitcoin ETF is already approved. And this is where I think the XRP ETF will be approved later than Litecoin. And I believe the next ETF that will be approved is Litecoin, because you can see here already the SEC will work to clarify security versus commodity. So that's an extra step, classification by the end of 2025. So yeah, and here we can also see in this article, SEC XRP ETF review clock start decision could land by October. Again, they're talking about the end of the year. The commission has a final deadline of October 12 to approve or deny the application. Well, that is also with Litecoin. That date is a little bit earlier. So yeah, we already see that the grayscale spot XRP ETF takes a big step, because it is already... it is not approved, but it is acknowledged. What we were talking about right here, they're likely to be acknowledged this week. They are already acknowledged, so that's already a huge step, which means that they will be handled, right? They will be handled. Another reason why, guys, why I believe Litecoin will be a little bit more of a shining star earlier than XRP is, first of all, guys, and this is again a little bit intuition, but also a little bit market dynamics. XRP had a lot of attention, really a lot of attention when we were talking about it on the channel. When we went from 70 cents to $3 something, it had massive attention, and the market cap just blew up, right? And generally speaking, guys, when we just talk about market dynamics and human behavior, which in the end is the charts are a reflection of human psychology, human emotional states, then it needs time to calm down a little bit. It needs time to calm down. This is exactly what we have seen in 2017. It needs time to calm down. And while it's coming down, the attention of people will go elsewhere. And I believe Litecoin is the next one, because a lot of things are lining up. I've made so many videos about that, so I'm not going to go into the details of the reasons. But if we have a look at this chart, for example, and this is Litecoin against XRP, then we can basically also see that we have a nice declining channel, and Litecoin's value against XRP is hitting a support level. And I believe that eventually maybe we can do something like this, that we still get another touch of the support, but maybe it's just taking off. I believe the value of Litecoin will eventually increase against the value of XRP. So I believe my money is more safer and is more profitable right now with Litecoin. That is just based on narratives, market cycles, the stage we are on the market, and charts like these. But that will, of course, change in the future. If this one goes up, right, and we are at the resistance, for example, right here, and XRP didn't have that second rally that we have seen in 2017, then this would be a beautiful moment if this were to occur. But in terms of risk to reward ratio, this would be a beautiful moment to flip your Litecoin back to XRP. So that's definitely things that I'm keeping in my mind, depending a little bit how the bull market is going to look later, what is all going to happen. We are going to see crazy things, but these charts definitely help getting a little bit of a grip onto that. Then, guys, let's have a look at what's happening with the altcoin market, because the altcoin market, as you can see right here, we had that Adam and Eve pattern. Right now is weekend. Weekend is always a little bit lower liquidity. We haven't broken the neckline right here yet, so that's something that we still want to see, that we want to break this neckline and eventually see a nice push in the altcoin market. I still believe, guys, that the signs are just very clear that the liquidity is above us. So I'm expecting prices to rise for Bitcoin and for altcoins. The only concern, like I said in my previous videos as well, the only concern that I have a little bit is that the 60-day cycle low is coming. And but yeah, that would only be a concern if you are trading with a high leverage. If you are not trading with a leverage and you have on spot, I'm just holding, so far it's looking good. I think the next months will be very bullish, and I hope Litecoin ETF will be approved in the next months, and that will bring probably a lot of liquidity to Litecoin, because it has done so with Bitcoin. Litecoin will then be the first altcoin ETF that is approved, like real altcoin ETF, and the market cap of Litecoin is just so small. So if just a little bit of institutional money will flow to Litecoin, it can increase significantly in value. And we have heard prophecies of people talking about $1,000, $700, and for me, looking at technical analysis, these are not very weird or numbers or unreachable targets, to be honest. So yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash up the like button. If you are interested in trading, I'm recommending free exchanges down below this video. You can find them down below in the description. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.